And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
They'll run it here. This is James White. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, it's White, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And he right Rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, flush to his right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And running with power here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Jones on 1st and 10. Fighting to stay up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Jones looking to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Jones now off the play fake. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Ohio! Ohio! We got 4 down.
Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Faking the give. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Reset, reset, reset.
Foreman. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Foreman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. It's complete to Fuller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he made for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll run with White. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now a carry for White. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ohio.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Blue 80. Blue 80.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go. White 90.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Jones, off play action. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And a dump off to White. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out comes Houston. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Corey Coleman, 77 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye,
he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Jones out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Clock running, the Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Jones now to throw on second down. Evans has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first down, Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Green the line! Green the line!
After the interception, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson now, operating from the gun. He's got Fuller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come back, come back!
To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Watson looks to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The final shot before the break, Watson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Jones off the play fake. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here's White. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing. That's number 19 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ohio!
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The drive starts with a run by White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives. ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This is White on the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Off play action. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 34.
Come back.
From the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will make the lead now 26. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So out come the Bucs now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far...
And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the... yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made by Chris Conte.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Off of play action, it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So they get closer for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Quan Alexander coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Maybe jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Cook, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leopard! Set! 3-19!
Cook to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Cook. Jackson's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
With it is Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Set. Green.
Now White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
throwing. Cook. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. Now White lost the football. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight through one tackle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cook now on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Bucs on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Cook. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Cook to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Lucky 56.
Here's Cook on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win